Hi, my name's Fred, and I'm a blogger here at Rotts'NShots, and here is a little bit of a Fast and Furious heads up. For those of you who are not familiar, I'll try to bring you up to speed briefly. The nice folks at BATFE, from as near as anyone can tell so far, illegally walked guns across the border. If you're not familiar with gun walking, it's a strategy to catch straw purchasers that has drawn a lot of attention lately in the news media, where they allow straw purchasers to actually purchase weapons and then try to make an attempt to trace them back to whichever bad guys they take them to sell them to. Well, in this case with Fast and Furious, it was a case of they attempted the gun walking scheme to catch the bad guys taking guns to Mexican drug cartels. Well, this didn't work out exactly as anyone had hoped, because apparently, from the way it appears to me, and again, I'm no expert, I'm no lawyer, I'm no nothing, but it just appears to me, being a normal person, in my opinion, that the BATFE attempted to walk the guns and discover where they were going to, except for they failed to A, let the Mexican government know that they were going to walk guns across the border into Mexico, failed in their attempt to track the guns once they got to Mexico, failed in preventing a U.S. agent from being murdered by the firearms that they allowed to walk into Mexico into the hands of the Mexican drug cartels. And it appears also that the Attorney General of the United States may be covering it up, or trying to cover up how high up this scheme was approved. And also it appears it may be all in a vain attempt to circumvent the Second Amendment to the Constitution of the United States and impose gun laws that are more restrictive and more imposing upon your Second Amendment rights as a United States citizen. So what you have is, you have BATFE, an agency of the United States government, who in most cases I'm sure is just full of good people, used for, well, as of yet we can't say whose political purposes, but you would have to imagine, or one could imagine, I guess you could say, that it would be the Obama administration that had the anti-gun agenda in this case, and intended to implement the anti-gun agenda by causing a crisis which would lead to an emotional response of let's ban guns. Now again, this is all just conjecture and speculation, and I'm not a lawyer, I'm not anything else like that, I'm just a private citizen, but that's the way, from everything I've seen and everything that Congressman Darrell Issa has to say about it, the head of the House Oversight Committee, who is now currently in the process of attempting to charge the United States Attorney General with contempt of Congress. So I would take it that Congressman Issa also feels pretty much as I do. There was several key failures in the system to allow weapons to walk across the border, allow the weapons that did walk across the border and into the hands of the Mexican drug cartels to kill U.S. agents, and the failure of somebody whose motives were more than likely to promote an anti-gun agenda to go unpunished, disciplined for their actions. So that's what Fast and Furious is about. Now, to bolster Fast and Furious, they also had something called Project White Gun. Same tactics were used. Weapons were walked across the border into the hands of Mexican drug cartels, and supposedly the idea was to track them. It never happened. There were, if memory serves me correctly, multiple thousands of weapons walked. And like I said, one of these weapons was then used to kill an agent of the United States government, and was found at his murder scene. So, therefore, it was a rather unsuccessful tactic. Even by my, I guess you could say, subpar IQ, I can tell that it was a rather unsuccessful tactic. And that the general idea of tracking these weapons once they crossed the border was a complete failure. And if you don't take my words for it, take the words of a United States congressman like Darrell Issa, and go take a look, Google the words Fast and Furious, and I am pretty sure you will come up with all the good details of Fast and Furious. Anyway, my name's Fred, and I'm a blogger here at Rotts'NShots. And as always, I try to call them like I see them. And I'm going to continue to do that in all my blogs. So, again, last time I checked, I've checked my copy of the Pocket Constitution, and it doesn't say nothing about a right not to be offended. You don't like me, turn me off. You don't have to listen to me. You don't like what I say, turn me off. You don't have to listen to me. So, for the rest of you, though, have a great evening, and I'll be back again soon to talk to you about some more things. Have a great night.